Hello, friends. My name is Akshay Mohite, and I'm back with one more book in this series, Books, Buddies, and Beyond. Today, I'm talking about this book, E-Myth Revisited by Michael E. Gerber. I've been building a business, online business, for last couple of years, along with my full-time job. And initially, I started with an aim to achieve financial freedom and own my time. But as the time passed by, I realized it takes more than just passion or hard work to run a successful business. And still, I wasn't completely sure what to do and how to do it. And at that time, my mentor recommended this book to me. uh, so it talks about why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. So let's get into details what I learned out of this book. So according to statistics, 80% of startups fail within first 3 years because most of the businesses are started by technician turned into entrepreneur. For example, if you are a software engineer, you will always think about starting in a software consultancy or developing some application. Or if you are a civil engineer, you always think about getting into a construction work, right? So that is what is called as a technician turned into entrepreneur. And the biggest myth over here is that if you know the technical work of the business, you think that you know how that business actually works, and which is not true. Okay, so for any business to run, okay, there are three personalities involved. First one is the entrepreneur, second is the manager, and third one is the technician. Entrepreneur is the visionary who sets the tone for the whole organization. He sets the direction. He always trying to innovate something or the other to grow and scale the business further. He always craves for control. You can call him as a captain of the ship. On the other hand, manager is a like more of a pragmatic person who lives in the past based on the past experience, trying to maintain order, plan things. He tries to maintain the status quo and always craves for order and predictability. Third one is a technician who is actually responsible for getting things done. He lives in the present. He's happy to be working on what has been there in his plate, and he always focuses on what to do it and how to do it. For a business to run in a smooth manner, to grow, it is very important these personalities are working in equilibrium. So according to E-Myth, so any business goes through a different phases in its whole life cycle. The first one is the infancy phase. The business will be run the way the business owner wants, but importantly, it won't be run the way the business needs to be run. Many also of working in the business to making sure it grows. Too much of work initially, but the business can't run without the owner. The business owner can't keep up with the demands, the increasing demands, and managing and directing the customers and everything on his own. So it is vital to understand that to be happy and to be successful, the business owner spends time on and energy on strategizing the work rather than actually executing the work. Okay. So the next phase is the adolescence phase. This is where you decide to get some help. You employ others to do tasks that either you are not good at or you don't want to do. But take care, don't lose control by keeping yourself out of the picture. If you go give control to others, of keeping and you lose the control, you what they are doing it and how they are doing it, you won't be able to see, right? You will be able to manage whether it's going in a direction where you want to. Okay, so what at that stage what you do, right? There are two options. You will either decide to take back the task which brings you back to the infancy phase, or you go for an advice. Maybe like you are so much overwhelmed by the work that you decide to quit your business. Okay, or there's a third one, right, where you try to seek for the advice, you seek for the help from people who are already into business, same kind of a business, and they have the larger or maybe bigger business than yours. Okay, the macho phase, the next one comes to the macho phase. This is a business that can work without you. You have your vision, mission, and plans in place covering the company now, how it's working now, and how it will look like in future. The business has standards, it has rules, it has principles and form. It has to be seen as a whole product that has competitors. How everything done is really important, and how it serves its customer is paramount. Okay, so the next, so this is the like the quote I really like. Maybe this quote summarizes everything out of this book, right? If your business depends upon you, you actually don't own a business, you have a job. And it's the worst job in the world, because you are working for a lunatic who only cares about the technicalities or the commodity of the business, rather than how the things are getting done. Okay, so there comes the turnkey revolution. The turnkey business is the act of setting up your business so that you have system and processes set up for a consistent, effective, and orderly way of doing business day in and day out, so that the business is system dependent and not people dependent. The real product you are selling is your business, not the product. Okay, not the product your business sells to customers. Okay, so when setting up a turnkey revolution or turnkey operation, make sure you are documenting all the steps and processes that go into marketing, creating new products, sales, bookkeeping, everything. The goal of the turnkey operation is to build your business into a franchisee. So the franchisee product is not something new, right? It was existing like hundreds and 200 years before, right? For example, where you have proprietary of different companies like Audi showroom, or maybe Coca-Cola or something or the other, where you can actually sell their product in your local market. But the the importance of creating a franchisable business is that you won't be forced to stay it in forever. At some point, you are going to die, and if your business is people dependent, your business is going to collapse for sure. Okay, so you need to create a business where you can sell your business, not a product. And the main thing you need to consider is that the purpose of your life is not to serve your business, but the purpose of your business is to serve your life and your ambitions or aspirations. Okay, so before you get into details, before you get into documenting, you need to understand what is the business development process. By recognize that it is not the commodity that demands innovation, but the process by which it is sold, your actual business. Okay, the franchisor aims his innovative energies at the way in which his business does business, but on its own, innovation leads to nowhere. To be at all effective, all innovations need to be quantified. Without quantification, how would you know whether the innovation worked or not? By quantification, I'm talking about the numbers related to the impact an innovation makes. Once you innovate a process, quantify its impact on your business, once you find something that works better than what preceded it, once you discovered how to increase your yeses from your customers, your employees, your suppliers, and your lenders, right? At that point, it's time to orchestrate the whole thing. Orchestration is the elimination of discretion or choice at the operating level of your business. Like without orchestration, nothing could be planned and nothing anticipated by you or a customer. If you're doing everything differently at each time you do it, if everyone in a company is doing at their own choice or discretion rather than creating an order, you are creating a chaos, and there won't be any predictability, there won't be any standardization. Okay, so next come is like having a different strategy. Like the whole book, it talks about having a different like documenting and strategizing everything. So we need to understand what are the different strategies Michael talks about. The first one is that knowing your primary aim. Your business is an extension of you. It should serve you and your life goals. So you need to define your primary aim first, then you need to define your strategic objective. What do you want to get out of this business? This is typically things like your money, freedom, opportunity, etc. etc. Don't lose sight of this at all. Next, you need to create your organizational chart. This is the foundation of building a turnkey business. You must know that what each role and function is in your business doing. You build your systems from this. Okay. The next one is developing your management strategy. Every problem and every function in your business must be defined from the perspective of a system. Great business owners realize that they manage their businesses by managing their systems. This assures that the product will be consistent, predictable, profitable. Okay, next one is to create your people development process. You can't really develop a training program until you have a system. Once you define and document your system, you can create a training process to empower your people and enable them to succeed. Next, it talks about a marketing strategy. This is the key to success in every business. A business will not survive without marketing. You must have this, right? Without marketing, there won't be any revenue, and without revenue, there won't be any profit, which will keep your business running. Okay. Next, and the last one, last but not the least, is the implementing a comprehensive system strategy. Learn to see that everything in a business as a system. Once everything is systematized, you can walk away from it. You can sell it. You can relax. You can do whatever you wanted to do. Okay. So last words, the book I would like to recommend for like for aspiring entrepreneurs who want to get into entrepreneurs, who want to start to build their own business, or the people who are already into business and struggling their way out, how to make sure how it actually is gonna work. Okay, and if you're just interested to know more about what is entrepreneurship or what it takes to build a business, then this book is for you. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you.